All right. Hello, everybody. This is and I want to introduce you all to my amazing client, Christy Yip, right? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yip.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. So today we're going to kind of make it more like a podcast style, but I'm introducing you all to her because she has such an incredible journey. And I want her to share with you what it was like to start from scratch, to start with some inspiration and also some problems that she was having and meeting me, and then where we've taken her now. So, Christy, I'd love to uh, bring you on stage and tell us about who you are and who you help.
Yes. So I am a body and nutrition empowerment coach, and I help women transform their relationship with their body and food so they can love themselves and manifest what they deserve.
Yes, I love that. So your emphasis is on women,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
And what got you on this journey of wanting to work with women? And I know very well, like there's a huge like self-love emphasis in this aspect. I'd love for you to share with everybody your journey.
Yeah. I mostly wanted to work with women because I myself am a woman and I've struggled with my body image for a lot of my life. Growing up, I was a chubby kid, and especially growing up in an Asian American family members are, whenever you see them, they always comment on your size. And um, the images that I saw in like magazines and in the media looked nothing like me. So I always thought there was something wrong with me and that I needed to change something about myself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So for most of my life, I've tried all the diets, I've tried all the workouts, and nothing ever really worked for me. And no matter what happened, no matter what size I was always unhappy. There was always something I
Mm,
wanted to change. So I got really interested in holistic nutrition, because I wanted to learn about like what our bodies need,
mm-hmm.
because I believe that food is medicine and food is also meant to be enjoyed. So I studied holistic nutrition, and I kind of went down that path for a little bit. And most of my clients were women. And while I was working with these women, I realized that, I can teach women the foods that they need to eat. However, they all had such damaged relationships with food as well that
Mm-hmm.
even if I told them, hey, eat this, eat that, they would still like have guilt around eating or
Right.
bad about themselves. So I realized that there's so much more to this than just the nutrition part. There's also the mindset and the
Yeah.
self-love part that I really wanted to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing that. And that's the beautiful parts when you first met me and we got on this breakthrough call. And one of your concerns was that how do I step into being a coach for others? Because your mindset was like, oh, I'm a nutrition consultant and what do I need to be? And I'd love for you to share like some of those fears when you first started. And now, what you've overcome, like all the things that you're stepping into.
Yeah, I mean, when I started out, I only really had knowledge about nutrition, and had very little experience with coaching. And I thought that I needed to like have all these certifications and like all this experience in order to be a coach. So, I was really scared because I was like, I don't know how to be a coach. Like I only studied nutrition, and
Mhm.
um I really had very little confidence in my abilities as a coach because I just didn't know if I had the right skills.
Yeah.
Um,
So what changed that around? Like, because we got in call together, and what did I tell you or made you feel that you were gravitated towards me and then decided, okay, this is the journey I'm going to take in order to become this coach that I desire to be.
Yeah, well, I think it was just like I saw how you were as a coach, and I was like, I saw that. I was like, okay, there's so much that I can learn from you because you're a coach. There's so much that you can teach me, so much wisdom that you can impart from your experience. And I felt like that would be a great way for me to start. It's like, okay, like I don't need to go to school. I can just be like coached by a coach. So just the way that you coached me, I was like, okay, like I would like to be able to like emulate that myself.
Yes. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that that's an important part of this program together, working one-on-one and also in the mastermind, but one-on-one specifically with you, because we've been together for a good few months. And there were so many areas that you wanted to work on because you were like brand new to this, right? So it is creating your program, creating your offer, marketing, sales, how to be a coach. It was like everything. But we managed to get all of that uh, figured out, because one, it is the part of instilling trust in you, right? In that journey, I was like, I want you to start trusting in your intuition, right? I want you to really step into your leadership, and I'll provide you the guidance and all this stuff, but you got to start owning it. And you took full ownership of it. And I can imagine, like, these women are just, they're admiring you. They love the content that you put out, and they love your truth, and that's what people need.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the part about like you telling me like to trust myself, like at first I didn't, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need it to be like, I need like my program spelled out. I need like, I need to know exactly what my offer is going to be like. And you were telling me, it's like, no, you don't need to do that. Like that will come later. And I was like, I don't get it. Like I didn't understand. Like I just like could not comprehend how that was possible. And it wasn't until I did like a 7-day summit where I like the day before, I was like, I knew like a general outline, and I was like, okay, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to talk about each day, but this is kind of what I'm going to cover. And then as I did it, I was like, oh yeah, like each day I just figured it out the night before. And you're like, that's what I've been telling you. And I was like, oh, I get it now. Like, I just need to like trust what you've been saying to me is
Yeah.
trust intuition. I just didn't trust it until I actually had to do it. Then
Yeah.
I get it now.
I think the thing was that we worked on all that. We worked on your offer. But the thing is, until you really get to experience it and you start talking to people, the offer just seems kind of like it's kind of floating in the air,
Right.
and then once you put yourself out there and start talking to people, it just becomes more real, and you start connecting with them and finding like what feels really good. And that's the beautiful thing, is like you stepped up and you did like a 7-day summit where you spoke in front of these women on a Zoom call. Like this was your coaching experience, and you just trusted in your knowledge, which was like super badass, right? Like every day you have different topics, and that was you introducing them to the real you, the coach Christy, and that allowed them to warm up into powerful connection calls or sales calls with you, which you told me the truth, you absolutely love the sales calls.
Yes, I do. Yeah, and like so like you definitely helped me understand like how to navigate a sales call, where it wasn't really like, it's not really sales, it's more like you are elevating the person you're talking to help them see their potential.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what the sales call is. And you really helped like guide me through like, okay, like this is the journey that you take them through on this call. And like I've loved doing all of them, because even if it was a no, like it was still such a great experience for the both of us, like the both of us, because it's like they felt really seen and heard, and also they like appreciate your reflection of them. And then they're like, oh, like this could be me. But of course, like sometimes the timing isn't always right, or it is, and they say yes. And then if they say yes, it's exciting, because it's like, not because it's like, oh my God, yes, I made a sale. It's more like, oh my God, yes, like I'm so excited to help this woman transform her relationship with herself so she can love herself, because I can see the pain that she's experiencing, and I want to help her change that. And like that is what is so exciting about these sales calls and this work, is that
Yeah. Oh, that just brings me chills. And I love it because you access your feminine power with these discovery calls or sales calls. Because oftentimes, if you've been taught by more like masculine styles of coaching or sales, it's very like tough, it's very like forceful, like you have to, and you come with this energy that like you're here to like save everybody, you can help everybody. And I actually now, because I've been through that in the past, I just know that doesn't feel that great, right? Like there's got to be a balance of, yes, you encourage them, but you got to just like lean back and use that feminine power that you have and allow them to gravitate towards you and lead in your authority, lead in your positioning, so that they don't feel like it's salesy at all. It's just a powerful conversation. That's what it comes down to.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. And I really love the more feminine approach to business, especially since I work with women. It just
Mm-hmm.
seems more natural and less like forceful.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I see it in your style, the way you show up, that is just you're being you, but the most empowered you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what were some powerful breakthroughs or pivotal moments that you had while we were working together?
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the biggest moments for me was kind of what I mentioned. It's like after my 7-day summit, I was like, I get it now. Like, I just need to like tap into my intuition and trust myself, because that was something, because I didn't trust myself at first. Because I had little experience. So I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. And then after, you encouraged me to trust myself and use my intuition. And I was like, I don't know. And then like, once I did it, I was like, okay, I get it now. Like that was a huge breakthrough for me. And also, let's see, where, oh yeah. And yeah, that was mostly the big thing. And also just like, that helped me gain confidence in myself as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was not sure. And also like helping me transform my relationship with sales, and like getting me to like get me to like see that it's more than just like, it's not supposed to be forceful. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a powerful conversation, and elevate that your person you're speaking with, instead of trying to like sell them something. You're just helping them see a bigger version of themselves.
Yes, yeah, that's so powerful, because hearing from all of your experiences with your clients, or the clients who did say no, they all had really powerful experiences with you, and they're going to keep it for the rest of their life. And we have a feeling like they're going to come back. It's just not divine timing. Like they're going to come back in the next few months as they're figuring out their own stuff. But that's the type of like energy that you want them to leave with, is that. And the fun thing about you is that even your first sales call, like that was like a yes. And so that was a confidence booster.
Yes, huge confidence booster. Like, yeah, it was my first sales call, and you had kind of coached me through like how to take them through it. And like when I was done and they were a yes, I was like, oh my gosh, like that was so easy.
Paid in full, right? And
Yeah.
buy ticket sales. So yeah, it just felt really good. So I'm so happy to hear those stories.
Yeah.
Yes. So I am curious, how was the coaching experience for you, in terms of it being high touch, high value, high level for you? And, how did it get you to connect with your soul, your self-expression, also the strategy side of you?
Yeah. Well, working one-on-one with you has really just like you're able to really tune in to my needs and like help me through whatever it was that I was experiencing. So like that was invaluable, because it's like we can be really focused on like what needs to be addressed, and also like be focused on like the actions that need to be taken. And also just like focus on like the messaging. Sometimes like I really struggle with like copywriting and messaging sometimes,
Mhm.
because I'm like, it takes me days to write something. And then I reached out one day, I was like, I have this post that I want to write, and like I've been struggling, like I've been looking at this for days. And then you responded like 10 minutes later with like paragraphs, and I was like, oh my God, like what takes me 3 days took you 10 minutes to write.
Well, I think that took me like 3 minutes. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah, yeah, it took you 3 minutes. You got back to me like within 10 minutes with this whole thing. And I was like, this took me hours.
but here's
Days.
the thing, is that because I have a gift of really understanding yeah, your genius, and also understanding like the psychology of your clients, of our clients, right?
Mhm.
And so I know what you need to say as well. And because I've talked to you way long term enough to know, okay, this is what needs to be said. And so once you get it, give me a general idea, I was like, okay, let's just
Yeah.
type this all. I was like very.
And yeah, and that's the other thing of like working with you one-on-one, is that you really get to know me and my voice and like what I'm about, and like you're able to see things about me that I can't see about myself. And that's
Mhm.
really important, and like you're able to reflect these things to me, and I'm just like, I it kind of like last night in our mastermind, what we did, where we went around each person, and like everyone shared something that they see or like know about that person. And it's like, yeah, it's true, it's hard for us to see these things about ourselves, and you're able to really see people and like know them and like understand them. So that's definitely a gift.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And it's really powerful to have other people be able to see like your higher version, because oftentimes we just give people what we know, but what we don't know is that there are like deeper truths about ourselves that sometimes they're hidden, right? And they're just patterning, right? And so it's great to have that coach or mentor who can look at this and be like, oh, I can see you like going bigger and further than this. And what I love about you is that you have this side that is like very fun, and you're unapologetic about the way you dress and show up online. And I just always remind you, like, be more unapologetic about it. And because there's so many women who needs to hear this message. You're about self-image, you're about self-love, right? And so what you want to show up as a coach is like you can look whatever way that you want, and you want them to feel really good, feel safe to be themselves and authentic. And so this is the message that I always encourage you is like, go all out, like look like badass and bold as much as you can, like bring that vibrancy out, because that's what women are like, they're waiting to see more of that in you.
Absolutely. And like, even though that's my message, like I'll have a hard time doing that myself. So like you encouraging me to do that is like, okay, like it's a reminder that it's like, I need to do what I'm telling other women to do. And it's hard. It can be hard for me to do it, but like, I love that you encourage me to be authentic and like express myself how I want. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so curious about, the past like 4 months as you're stepping into your most empowered self. How has your intuition grown? Like, what do you notice more about yourself? What do you notice more about your clients? Just now that you're really tuning into being like a leader and CEO of your life and your business.
Mhm. Yeah, like I'm learning more and more to trust my intuition, and it's something that I've been like in tuned with more recently, but it's like now I'm like, okay, like I need to go all in and really trust it. Like I've it's only helped me. Like I've seen now that my intuition can help me. And also like as a leader, it's like, okay, like my intuition will guide me to like where I need to go. And I just need to like allow it and give myself permission to do the things that I want to do. It's like I'm the CEO, I'm the leader, like I get to choose. And I think like as women, we don't always have that permission to like choose what's right for ourselves. And like now that I'm stepping into this role, it's like I give myself permission to do the things that's right for myself, because what's right for me will be right for my business and for my clients.
Yeah, that's really powerful, right? It all comes down to like that inner knowing and what actually makes you feel good, because if you do things that feel really authentically good for you, and sometimes you really can't tell the difference. Sometimes you have these like resistance, and maybe the resistance is coming from fear. Like, you have to be more in tune with yourself, but you're growing that intuition, and you start to learn like what feels right and good for you, because you want to bring that energy into your work and also pass it over to your clients, right?
Yes. Yes.
I love that. Awesome. Okay. Knowing what you know now, or what you didn't know before, and now what you know now, what would you like to pass on to your clients? Like when you teach them, because I feel like you had so many major like quantum leaps in your experiences in the past few months, right? And even the moment where like you post for the first time and you're freaking out, and like it felt like, it felt like death, and it wasn't death.
Yeah. What would I give advice I would give to my clients? Like I would I would advise them to like really listen to their heart and be true to themselves and know themselves. I think like what you said about like this, the really like self-knowing, like that is something that is so important that we need to take the more time to do. Because when we know ourselves and we can be true and authentic to ourselves, like like what people say and whatever happens on the outside, it doesn't matter, because like at the end of
Mhm.
the day, it's like you have yourself,
Yeah.
and you yourself are powerful and unique and special. And we need to cultivate that self-knowing and that self-love
Oh
and
my gosh,
self-trust.
absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, I love that. Cultivate that self-knowing. Yes, and that's something that I teach a lot about, and is that you oftentimes, and especially women, because we came from a background that, being Asian, it's like you have to follow what our culture tells you to do, and growing up, like you have to listen to what the adults say, and so it like forced us or brainwash us to follow directions, and those aren't very good directions sometimes. And now you have to like release those layers of misdirections, and find out what's true to ourselves, and take ownership of our body, our mind, our life, right? And the entrepreneurship journey, of the journey of being also a coach or a leader, is a lot of that. It's a lot of unraveling the things that we thought was right, and then you find out that's not right for me, right? And that's so important, because now you get to pass that to anyone who gets to be coached by you, that you got to find out what's true for you, and start having that inner trust, and building that inner certainty, because nothing else is promised outside of you. There could be promises, but they may not be true, so you have to bring that truth inside of you, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, I love it. Okay. A few more questions for you.
Mhm.
I'd love, what's been your experience in terms of learning marketing, and showing up for yourself, and what is that like for you, since you were brand new to this before you met me, and then now you're showing up, you're marketing, you're having reach. Like, what is that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, marketing, like, it's really about just like putting yourself out there and just being unafraid to be seen, which can be really scary. Being seen is scary. And like, because like, as a coach, like you are your business, you are your product. It's like, just,
Mhm.
you just have to keep putting yourself out there and keep trying different things. Like, you know, sometimes I'll post something and it gets a lot of engagement. And then sometimes I'll post another thing and it gets like zero engagement. And it's like, okay, like, all right, maybe that didn't work, but that's okay. Like
Mhm.
I can see like what people like, and you just have to keep trying different things in
Yes.
different ways, and to be unafraid of what people will think. Because sometimes I get really like in my head, be like, oh my gosh, like what are people going to think about this? And like, really, who cares? Like it's just a social media post.
Yeah.
It's not, like we don't need to put that much like, and like it's not that big of a deal. But that's why I think it's just all about trying different things and being okay with like failing and messing up and like looking like a fool, and just, yeah, just really going like and also being vulnerable. I think
Yeah.
that's such an important part of marketing as like a coach and an entrepreneur, is
Hmm.
just like
Hmm.
being vulnerable, because like most people are doing this work because of something they've experienced in their life,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it's important for us to share our story. because first of all, that makes you more relatable. It helps people trust you. And then
Yeah.
it also gives them the permission to be vulnerable as well. So that's also a really big thing I've learned about like marketing. It's just like be
Look at you. I feel like you're like repeating my words.
pretty much.
But I remember, when we first worked on copywriting, so I was teaching you that, and you're just writing your ideas, and I was reading over it, and I said, okay, how can we turn this into a more empowered state, right? Or how can we turn this into vulnerable without you feeling like you're oversharing? Because you don't have to overshare, but you want to be authentic and vulnerable. So you learned in the beginning how to like create that balance.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, awesome. Okay, so any advice for someone who's in your shoes, or looking for a business coach? Like, what's your wisdom to someone who's considering working with me in up leveling their life and also in their business online?
Yeah. I would say that, if you're starting out and you are unsure what to do, it's so important to have that guidance, because it's been invaluable to me. Because, part of me was like, oh, I can totally figure this out on my own. But actually, that's not true. I would not have gotten as far if I had tried to do it on my own than if I did it, if I hadn't done it with you. Like, it's also important to invest in yourself, because you're worthy of that investment. You and your business and your dream and your vision is worthy of that investment.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll take you will travel leaps and bounds when you have a coach like guiding you and elevating you and helping you and just taking you along the way. And also, like, do the thing that scares you and find the support that you need to get you there. Having a coach will help you through those fears and help you overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I think people forget that when they make a commitment to be an entrepreneur, be a coach, like that is a commitment that, takes up your time, your energy. There's financial commitment to it. So if you're going to make that big leap, you want to go, all the way in for yourself, right? Because you don't want to waste more time trying to figure it out on your own. Instead, step into a powerful community, right? In your case, you got one-on-one, but you also get to be a part of the group coaching experience, the mastermind. I'd love for you to share with everybody, how's the mastermind for you?
Yeah. I love being in the mastermind because it's also incredible just to see other people's journeys as well. And they're getting started on this journey. And like, I really just love the support of everyone. Everyone is so supportive. And I also, it's kind of like they're where I was like 4 months ago, which is kind of like
Mm-hmm.
fun to see. And it's like exciting to see. It's amazing to like see some of the growth that happens in the container.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Yes. So, okay. I feel like I have asked all the questions, and I love to just turn the table around and ask you, how can people reach out to you if they want to learn more about the work that you do? And, what's next for you?
Yeah. So I have a 12-week group container coming up starting July 26th. It's for 12 weeks. It's for women, and it's called the Release, Embody, Manifest Immersion. So what that is, it's 12 weeks to transform your relationship with your body and food. So you start with releasing the old habits, the negative thoughts, the negative patterns, like negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. So then you can clear the space to embody new patterns and more positive thoughts like confidence, self-love. And then once you've built yourself up and created this higher sense of self-worth, you can manifest the things that you deserve. So that's what the 12-week program is. And I can be found on Instagram. My Instagram handle is christy.h.yip, or you can email me at I have a new email address. It's chichi@christyyip.com. And my name's Christy, but I also go by Chichi. So
Chichi, awesome.
yeah.
Great. So yeah, you can leave your information here. I'll also make sure that it's up or below this video, so people, if they want to connect with you, they can do that too. And yeah, I really appreciate you being on this call. Like, yeah, I think that is about it. But before we end, anything else from you? Anything that you would love to share in terms of the breakthroughs, or what 3 words would you describe this coaching experience has been for you?
Yeah. I have a few things to share. One is like, one thing that I've really learned is just to not be afraid to fail. When I first started out, I was so afraid of failing. I really was like, I have to get this right. Like, I need to do it the right way. And really, you don't know what the right way is until you try it. And, you should be more afraid of the opportunities that you miss if you don't do the thing.
Oh my God. Yes. Amen.
And it's just been such an incredible experience, like working with you. You really are a coach that I look up to, and I just really love your intuitive approach to coaching and business. It's so unique, and I love that you're no BS. And you also just like really see each individual for who they are, and you really do like help elevate them to see their potential. And like, that's such an amazing gift that you have.
Oh, I love this. I'm totally receiving that. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. Like, that last sentence was just like, that's full love. Okay, before I end this, I want to let you know, Christy, you are so incredible. We just had such a fun time. And every time we get into like a coaching session, we're like celebrating, we're having a blast. And you're one of my soulmate clients. It's you jump in this, and you have your fears, and you just surrender, and you just learn to take the leap, and you do it. And that's part of the journey, is that we just learn to surrender over and over again, and we just get better at this. And I know that wherever you go, you're just going to be killing it. Like, that's part of your attitude. That's part of your human design. That's who you are. And so the more that you embrace it, you're just going to get so much better, and you're going to bring all the other women with you. They're going to rise with you. And so whoever gets to work with you they're going to be super lucky, because you have taken on years of wisdom, and you're like scramming it all into like this one 12-week container. And they're going to get it at a very fast pace, lots of transformation. And ladies, also, Christy, you take people for one-on-one coaching as well.
Yes,
right?
I'm available for one-on-one coaching.
Okay, so yeah, take advantage of this, because Christy is awesome, and she's amazing at what she does. And she's not only knowledgeable, but she gets the self-expression part, and which is the stuff that a lot of women are missing. They lack. There's so much in us that we suppress from the way we've grown up, or from our traumas, that we don't know how to forgive ourselves, or we don't know how to release the shame and the guilt. And Christy, you've done a lot of inner healing work, and so you understand the process and the journey, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Christy. And I will talk to you later.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you. Bye, everybody.